Hi everybody, I'm Heather Dawson. Every week on our show, we bring you the best of California. So as always, let's start off with a tour of headlines that made news around the state. Bay Area. What would you say if you saw an extraterrestrial? Well, after 50 years telescoping the skies for signs of alien technology at its facility north of Sacramento, members of the SETI Institute still disagree over the perfect response to an extraterrestrial signal. Now they open up the debate to the World Wide Web with Earth Speaks. People around the world can submit their personal messages to their website. Now, some people want to throw a block party to welcome the aliens to the neighborhood. Others would warn the aliens that we've got guns and know how to use them. Sacramento County drivers are pledging not to exceed 200 miles as they take on the Car-Free Challenge. Now, this attempt to be environmentally friendly truly tests the discipline of individuals living in an area where the average household covers 50 miles per weekday. San Francisco Mayor Gavin Newsom teamed up with Twitter to unveil a new service for Bay Area residents in which anybody with a question or complaint about city government can tweet their message to an operator at the 311 call center and receive a quick tweet back. And now let's head to the beautiful Napa Valley with our very own Monique Sultani.
Founded in 1847, Napa Valley sits 60 miles northeast of San Francisco and produces some of the world's finest wines. But the region's roots run much deeper.
Napa has so much history, which is a really interesting part of the culture here. Things that people don't know aside from the grapes is that patent leather was invented in Napa. The loudspeaker was invented in Napa as well. The area was first founded by the Mexicans who gained the control of the land after the revolt from Spain. And they came here to build their missions, the Sonoma mission, and they used Napa to plant grass for their cattle and to grow mission grapes, which kind of started the whole wine thing here.
In 1965, Robert Mondavi put Napa Valley wines on the map. But today, it's the nearly 350 boutique wineries that keep people coming back again and again.
I have left 10 times, I've come back 11, mostly because the food and the wine are phenomenal.
Napa's known for being king of the cab, but the city's good press isn't all on fine wine. From cocktails to coffee, Leslie Rudd's latest creation, Press, is setting the standard for steakhouses in the valley and receiving rave reviews. If art's more up your alley, then Napa Valley Museum is right in the heart of it all.
The Napa Valley Museum is an established institution that goes back to 1973. They have a permanent collection of regional artifacts, geological specimens, and art. And our focus is to be a cultural center for the valley, promoting the art and history of the region.
If you're taking a trip to wine country, then take some advice from the experts before planning your excursion.
I recommend going to South Napa to experience the rolling hills of Carneros and the amazing Pinot Noirs that they make down there. Going to the Bale Mill, which is the Bale grist mill built by Dr. Bale in the late 1800s, and it was one of the first mills here in Napa that really supported the valley. And heading up to Calistoga to see the total difference of what sort of an Old West town still is today. It's very quaint and a wonderful part of the valley.
Whether you prefer wining and dining or a swing on the green, Napa's a destination bubbling with diversity and a landscape worth looking into. Bringing you the best in California, from Napa, I'm Monique Sultani.
I'm Audra Stafford here at the Old Globe Theater in San Diego, and coming up on California Live, I'll introduce you to the famous faces and voices behind the world premiere musical, Allegiance.
Malibu, innovative treatment is effective and people do recover. Founded 21 years ago by a husband and wife doctor team, Creative Care has a dual diagnosis model, setting the standard in addiction treatment. Catering to the personal needs of each client in their journey to sobriety, Creative Care offers 3 intensive treatment tracks spanning 30, 60, and 90 days. Call Creative Care Malibu at 1-800-832-3888. 3280.
By Jacques Lubin and his partners in 1990, Inkplan USA has helped thousands of entrepreneurs to form legal entities throughout the world. Our clients have also made productive use of the various services that we offer: initial company registrations, bank consulting, virtual office services, and more. Inkplan's clientele continues to grow primarily from customer referrals. We are affiliated with Corporate Holding Services, a highly respected Delaware firm that advises large U.S. and international corporations. Want a more attractive smile? Discover Smile Simplicity Veneers, porcelain veneer shields that transform your smile. Without pain, without needles, and without removing any of your sensitive tooth structure. Whiten, reshape, and straighten your smile painlessly.
I would definitely recommend Smile Simplicity to everyone.
For free information about Smile Simplicity, call 1-888-543-1143 or visit smilesimplicity.com.
California Life brings you the best of California. I'm Heather Dawson, the host of California Life. Tune in to California Life in your city or watch us online at californialifehd.com. Hi everybody, now we're taking you inside the industry with a wrap-up of the best news from the entertainment capital of the world. Ice Castles, the figure skating movie that made Robbie Benson a star in 1978, is currently being remade with the original director. They're already filming in Nova Scotia, and this time around, Taylor Firth is set to star as the champion figure skater who loses her sight. Well, this isn't the only movie makeover in the works. 20th Century Fox and Lakeshore Entertainment are currently spearheading a new version of the 1985 movie Girls Just Want to Have Fun, which starred a very young Sarah Jessica Parker. And for fans of the 1990s classic Toy Story, the long-awaited Toy Story 3 teaser is now available online. The movie is set to hit the big screen in June 2010, with the original cast including Tom Hanks as Woody and Tim Allen as Buzz Lightyear. Well, Martin Scorsese is signed on to direct and produce a biopic on the life of Frank Sinatra. Just some of the names floating around Hollywood to possibly play old Blue Eyes: Leonardo DiCaprio, Johnny Depp, Justin Timberlake, and Twilight sensation Robert Pattinson. Well, Twitter is coming to a television near you. Entertainment Weekly announced the first TV series that incorporates Twitter into the action of the show. The reality-based show will feature ordinary people competing while on the trail of celebrities.
I like to tell my friends what I'm doing.
With Valentine's Day having just gone by and spring just around the corner, this is a traditional time of the year for love and romance. But for couples who've been in a committed relationship for a long time, keeping the passion going can be tough. Experts like Dr. Laura Berman point out that busy schedules, kids, and the daily stresses of life can all take a toll on intimacy in a relationship.
It's hard to keep the connection going strong. It's very easy in the beginning of the relationship, what scientists call the infatuation stage of the relationship, when everything's new. But after a while, where a lot of the initial sheen has worn off the relationship and the dirty socks are on the floor and the kids are crawling all over you, it's really hard to make time and to keep that connection strong. And KY actually did a study that showed that 60% of people are really longing to recreate that feeling of falling back in love.
But with the sheen off the relationship, Dr. Berman says couples can find themselves in a stalemate that often comes from misunderstanding how men and women express intimacy to each other.
What women don't necessarily understand about men is the emotional closeness and connection that we get through kissing, cuddling, talking, sharing. Men get through the physical act of sex. So when you're not having sex in your relationship, he doesn't have that means to feel romantically and emotionally close to you. And then the less emotionally close to you he is, the less she wants to have sex. So it becomes this kind of sex romance stalemate, this negative cycle that can kick in and really fray the fiber of your connection to one another.
So how do you get that lovin' feeling back? Dr. Berman says trying new things may be a place to start.
You're never going to get back to the brand new novelty of discovering each other for the first time, but you can definitely stimulate your libido, reconnect. In fact, when you try something new, especially in the bedroom, but even outside the bedroom, and get out of your comfort zone a little bit, it stimulates the dopamine centers of the brain, which are the part of the brain that light up when you're newly in love.
And trying new things means spending time together, both in and out of the bedroom.
Out of the bedroom, it could be going bungee jumping or going rock wall climbing, taking a dance class where you might be a little self-conscious, just getting out of your comfort zone. But in the bedroom as well, sharing your fantasies, exploring different things. Just go to your drugstore. There are so many things in your local drugstore aisle, and KY, the company that did this survey, they have, of course, Yours and Mine lubricant, which is, you see those commercials on TV. All you have to do is open your mind to new possibilities and step a little bit out of your comfort zone, and you'll find a deeper connection between the two of you.
For more from Dr. Berman, check out one of her many books or go to her website, laurabermanphd.com. I'm David Wiley for California Life.
I'm Audra Stafford here at the Old Globe Theater in San Diego, and coming up on California Live, I'll introduce you to the famous faces and voices behind the world premiere musical, Allegiance.
California Life brings you the best of California. I'm Heather Dawson, the host of California Life. Tune in to California Life in your city or watch us online at californialifehd.com.
I've spent nearly 30 years looking for an effective, instant breakthrough to reduce the appearance of wrinkles that can be applied topically instead of with surgery or invasive medical techniques. And I finally found it with Derm Exclusive's Fill-In Freeze.
We're at a top Manhattan salon. Some very demanding New Yorkers have agreed to put Fill-In Freeze to the test. Here is the Fill-In Freeze. Just squeeze the tube and apply it directly to your face. Did the wrinkles go away? Let's take a look.
Wow, I'm young again. I don't feel like an old lady. Lines are gone.
Oh my God. Wow, I can't believe it. It looks really good. It gives you a whole new confidence. I think I'm gonna cry.
It definitely took 10 years off. If I went to a dermatologist here in the city, I would pay $300-400 for this.
I know you're wondering what Derm Exclusive can do for you. Well, you don't have to wonder. You can order it right now and try it for yourself, absolutely risk-free. And here's how.
Call now during this special direct-to-consumer offer, and you won't pay $120. Today, you can get your own instant results with Fill-In Freeze for only $59. But that's not all. Today, we're taking another $20 off, so now you can get Fill-In Freeze for the incredibly low price of only $39.95. And act fast, because Dr. Orden is giving the first 500 callers a second Fill-In Freeze free. That's nearly $120 of Fill-In Freeze for only $39.95. And this special offer gets even better. Today, we'll also send you these 3 anti-aging bonus treatments, a $200 value, free. Order now and we'll even upgrade your order to express delivery free. Call now to get 2 tubes of Fill-In Freeze plus $200 in free bonuses, all for only $39.95. Call 1-800-724-5570. That's 1-800-724-5570. Order now.
We're here in Huntington Beach at the final stop for the Jose Cuervo Pro Beach Volleyball Series. This is the stop beach volleyball has been waiting for, as the U.S.'s most elite athletes battle it out for the championship title plus a $150,000 prize purse.
Olympian Jake Gibb might have just returned from the London Games, but he's happy to be back to his home beach in time for the final tournament of the Jose Cuervo Pro Beach Volleyball Series.
I'll tell you what, it's amazing to come back to this Cuervo event and play here in front of my home crowd. I'm really happy about that. I have nothing but love for Jose Cuervo because they kind of stepped in when we needed a tour in the U.S. We need something to thrive here so that we can stay at home and play in front of our family and friends and make a living.
The heart-pounding volleyball was enough to get you to this beautiful beach, but the title sponsor, Jose Cuervo, is filling the sand with entertainment at the Cuervo Village with music, contests, and giveaways.
It's just so much fun to be a part of a brand that is so passionate. The Cuervo Village is awesome because there's something to do for everyone. If you don't know volleyball, you don't really follow it, there's a rock climbing wall, there's a mechanical line you can ride, which is really fun, and it's just such a great event. There's so much more going on than just volleyball. There's music playing, and people are just here to have a good time, so it's a lot of fun.
Jose Cuervo was the first major sponsor of beach volleyball more than 30 years ago. They dove back in last summer when the sport needed a pro tour and announced their sponsorship of the Pro Beach Volleyball Series, while declaring to always keep one of SoCal's most well-known sports in action.
The Jose Cuervo Tour and the Jose Cuervo Village just bring a special element to this tournament and this sport. To be able to make a living by playing the sport that I love and enjoy every single day that I'm playing it, it's everything. I mean, I would not trade it for the world. Having Jose Cuervo back in the sport and supporting beach volleyball is huge. I mean, they started over 50 years ago with the sport and they're back supporting it, and for us as athletes and as professional volleyball players, it couldn't be better.
The final tournament of the Jose Cuervo Pro Beach Volleyball Series was filled with remarkable moments to end the battle of the 2012 Pro Beach Volleyball Series. Visit www.josecuervoprobeachvolleyballseries.com for individual and team rankings.
Bringing you the best of California from the Jose Cuervo National Championships. I'm Gabrielle Daddario for California Life.
What do a warbler, a Trekkie, and a Disney princess have in common? They're all taking the stage here in a brand new musical at San Diego's Old Globe Theater.
I'm a farmer's son, but I've just begun and I'm on my way.
It's 1941 and young Sammy Kimura, played by Glee star Telly Leon, is going places.
He was just elected class president. He has aspirations to go to UCLA. He has kind of all of these American dreams.
Just wind me up, 'cause I'm going places. Next stop, Washington, D.C.
And then, of course, the tragic events of December 7th happened, the bombing of Pearl Harbor, and because he's Japanese American, his world completely shifts. He goes from being the all-American kid to now being the enemy.
Gammon.
What did they say? Gammon?
It means endurance. With dignity.
Sammy, along with the rest of his family, is sent to an internment camp in Heart Mountain, Wyoming.
Come on, we will say, as we get through each day.
And while he tries to make the best of the situation by fighting for his country,
deeply rooted in the character of Sammy is this desire to prove that he's American.
His older sister Kay, Tony and Olivier Award winner and Disney legend Lea Salonga, uses it to finally fight for herself.
I want something more. I'll
She sacrifices a lot of her youth and a lot of her growing up to take care of her family. And then when the internment happens,
soaring higher up than anything.
By some strange reason, she is then able to find the freedom and the kick in the pants to kind of figure out what it is she wants to do with her own life. And in some strange way, she's able to find it.
Take a leap, then spread my wings.
How the Japanese American community reacted to the internment, the questionnaires. It's not like the community reacted in the exact same way.
And the disconnect divided many families like the Kimuras.
In many ways, my parents' experience is woven into the drama of allegiance.
Star Trek icon George Takei was just a young boy when his family was sent to Camp Rower in Arkansas and then to Tule Lake in Northern California.
When we were all assembled, we were all tagged with the name, number, where we came from. That was humiliating. To be an article with a tag, like a price tag on it. For my parents, it was a degrading experience.
Now those tags have been turned into art.
This artist gathered the names of all the people that were incarcerated and created this exhibit,
which is being offered free to Allegiance ticket holders, along with this display of San Diego's history during the internment.
to see the story of my life and my parents and 120,000 other Japanese Americans come together so beautifully is the most exhilarating. It just fills my heart. It's a wonderful experience.
For showtimes and ticket information for Allegiance, visit theoldglobe.org. Bringing you the best of entertainment, I'm Audra Stafford for California Life.
In the early part of last century, the pit bull was considered one of America's favorite dog breeds. Dogs like Petey on the Little Rascals TV show helped popularize the animals. In fact, they were so popular with families that they were once called nanny dogs because they were thought to be good with children. But in recent times, pit bulls have gotten their fair share of bad press, having their images hijacked by dog fighters and street gangs. So the folks at the Rancho Cucamonga Animal Center are taking steps to bolster the pit bull's image.
I was tired of all the, all the comments when people were walking through the kennels about the amount of pit bulls we have and asking questions like why are we keeping all these aggressive, mean dogs. And I know, and the staff here knows, and all the volunteers know that they're actually the sweetest dogs that we have. So I really wanted to do something that could, to try and reach out to the public to show them that these dogs are, potential family dogs.
And that's where the new Pit Idol promotion comes in. It's a fun contest designed to educate residents about pit bulls and help clear up the many misconceptions, so in turn, these dogs can find good homes.
We have to work twice as hard to get a pit bull adopted out as we do as, say, a golden retriever. When we have a golden retriever here, we have a line out the door because they've got a good image. I mean, that's basically what it comes down to. But most pit bulls that have been properly socialised, that have had the training, and they've been treated with human kindness, are the most lovable dogs that you can ever come across. They're the ultimate lap dog.
For Victoria Johnson, Pit Idol represents one step forward in ending what she sees as breed discrimination.
Well, to me, breedism is like racism. Prejudice based on just the look of someone or who they are is wrong, and we shouldn't tolerate it. We should look beyond that, and that's what I'm hoping Pit Idol is going to do, giving people a chance to look beyond their initial stereotypes.
That's it for us. If you missed any part of our show, go to our website, californialifehd.com. See you next time. California Life brings you the best of California. I'm Heather Dawson, the host of California Life. Tune in to California Life in your city or watch us online at californialifehd.com.